Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well. I had a good time last weekend when we talked about history of diplomacy and its institutions, and I was so happy that I actually decided to just make an exception this for this course and actually just upload all the PowerPoints. So those are going to be coming out after each week. There are many reasons why I normally don't do that, but I've decided to make an exception this course just because, we're in the middle of a pandemic and you need a break. So the next lecture is going to be on diplomatic tools. That's going to be about, what kind of weapons do diplomats have at their disposal, and what kind of effects do these weapons have on their opponents. So you have 3 readings for the next lecture. The first is from Jönsson and Hall, which is about diplomatic communication. Some of you mentioned that the first lecture, that communication is probably one of the key parts of diplomacy, and you're absolutely right. So that's going to be the main text that we're probably going to focus on most, just because communication is so central for diplomats. And then you have the Adler Nissen and Vincent Pouliot article, which some of you might have read already. Power. It's about the intervention into Libya, and how these very small practices that we talked about in the first session, and the competent practice, performing them well, can actually generate a lot of power for the diplomats, and that power in turn can be converted into real world influence. Adler Nissen and Pouliot actually applies practice theory in an exemplary way. That's basically how you want to do practice theory. And then finally, you're going to read the Muller article about diplomatic sanctions, and whether or not diplomatic sanctions are an effective tool to sort of modify behavior, and what kind of effects does it really have. And with this article, I really want you to think critically throughout the paper. Think hypercritically. Even if you love the paper, which I'm sure you did because it's a good paper, but I really want you to be a journal reviewer. So just go really harsh and really think critically, and what do you disagree with this article. And then finally, in the final hour, we'll run a small simulation game. Now, I've run this scenario or this simulation game before, and it's a lot of fun, and I'm happy to do it again because the sort of the conclusion is always different, and there's always different dynamics at play. But basically, you're all going to be diplomats, and you are going to write the ambassador's speech. Now, so what I've done, and what you need to do before Monday, is to read the scenario and fact sheet. Those are uploaded on It's Learning under resources and simulation game. So take a look at that. There's no need to really write the speech right now, but just perhaps note down a few things that you perhaps think should be in a good speech. And then you will have the opportunity to discuss that with some of your classmates. So I think that's it. I hope you have a really nice week and weekend. I'm always so really bad at saying bye. So this time I'm just going to say bye, and that's it. And it's not going to be awkward. So, bye. It's awkward.